Wow, that's puny. What are we gonna replace them with? Bam, look at that right there. Hey guys, it's Alan, the Fireman 1028, and today I'm back with our BMW R Nine T Scrambler, and we're getting everything ready for the Smokey Mountain 500 that we're doing next week. I'm gonna be on the R Nine T Scrambler, so he's gonna be on the KTM 390 Adventure. So we're trying to get this bike ready for the trip. Now, we've already installed our handguards. We're working on installing a skid plate, and that's a whole different story there. Now we have to address the foot pegs. So the stock foot pegs that come on this bike, let's zoom in close up here. The stock foot pegs, wow, that's puny. What are we gonna replace them with? Bam, look at that right there. PivotPegz has come through once again with an awesome set of foot pegs for the BMW R Nine T Scrambler. Now you're probably thinking, Alan, that's the wrong one. You're right. Bam, look at that. That foot peg right there, replace that with that. Holy moly. So we're gonna replace the foot pegs. Should be a pretty simple process. Again, there is a spacer that goes in between since this is not as wide right there, but this should be a pretty simple process. We got a little Surr clip down here on the bottom that will get pulled off, so shouldn't be too difficult, so let's get them on the bike. Came off easy. All right, so we got our Surr clip popped off, and the Surr clip is that little guy right there. That we can reuse. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of pressure off of it, and you can pop that guy right out, just like that. Now, we're not reusing any of that. Now again, let's do a comparison. Now again, so here's our little spacer. Here is this magic little piece of plastic right here. Now again, on the 390, I struggled. All right, so now we got our foot peg. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our spring on, which goes like this. We're gonna put our spacer in place. It was easier to do that off camera. So we have our peg inside there, metal spacer, spring. Whole assembly is going to sit on like that. Now remember, the outside of the spring is going to press up against the outside, and there's even a little notch right there that shows where it goes. All right, so we got our first peg installed there. As you can see, it's a little difficult to get it through because it's a really snug pin. So we got it through, we got our spacer put in place, we got our spring in there, put our Surr clip back on, and we are done. Now that side was incredibly easy. It went right in, there's a pin coming through, there's our spacer right inside there, there's everything. Put the Surr clip on, we're done. All right guys, so that's gonna do it for the installation of our PivotPegz, Mark IV PivotPegz on our BMW R Nine T Scrambler. Again, not an extremely difficult installation, you just gotta take your time, make sure you use the little plastic pin, a little bit of lubrication, and just be gentle pushing the pin back through the hole so you don't wanna burr it up or anything. So if you see anything that you like, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Again, for me, that's the ultimate compliment, and it kind of gives me the motivation to keep doing what we're doing here. We're getting really close to getting monetized, and we're gonna be having a giveaway coming up very soon for that right there. But thank you guys for watching. God bless, roll tide, and remember, tomorrow needs you. See you out on the trails.